What's up, Rod?
What's up, Ted? Hello, my queen and Princess Abby. How are y'all?
Hi. Hi, Uncle Rod.
Happy Sunday. I need to shave. I look a mess, but whatever. I'm here.
I just rolled out of bed.
But hey, that counts. Ted is the only one that looks like he's well groomed, but whatever.
I brushed my hair.
He looks like he's put together.
I mean, I brushed my
He's
hair.
an overachiever. That's what that is.
Mm. I showered earlier today, but that's about it.
You're twinsies.
Because it hurts. So what's new? Anything?
It's Sunday. I'm tired. That's
Where's everybody else? So loud as your volume goes.
I don't know. I sent the notices an hour ago because I was late with everything because I was busy doing a million other things today. Today was not an off day.
well. I'm here because it's always on my calendar. So
Which is good. We're always glad to see you. You know that.
of course.
Well, it is getting toward crunch time to open up registration, so that's probably why you've been busy.
Yeah, that and with the sales and everything and getting the speakers lined up and all the website stuff, getting the post reset since IG changed their post size on their grid.
Been saying that. Yeah. You did? Look at it.
It's not square anymore.
It looks like TikTok.
Yeah, they're going towards the vertical look now. So that changes all the designs.
So do we do a moment of silence for TikTok, or do we just keep rocking? I
It's
mean,
coming back.
oh,
It's actually back, I believe.
it is.
Yeah, I opened it a little bit ago, and they said that they brought it back.
It's not graphic designer stuff. Yeah, because probably Square is better. Well, look at our
The new
page.
regime got it approved or something
Yeah.
silly.
You just can't.
Yeah, I did read that. Okay.
You can't go live still, and then there's still. Oh, it looks fun. Yeah, because see, like where all his stuff is not. So it's all cut off. So he has to redesign. Well, not redesign, but redesign going forward. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to redesign everything from the past because that's just pointless because they could just
Yeah.
back tomorrow. So I started with today's post. Today's post is changed. The new members post is changed, and I have the speakers one revised today, and I'll just moving forward as I go. I also have the Together Tuesday one reset and ready to go for tonight. Hey, Chris,
Hello.
what's going on?
Hello.
Not a whole lot.
Hi, Chris.
Hello.
Hi, Chris.
Abby.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Good.
Hanging in.
And he's like in recovery still. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
You're doing
Well,
good.
though.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Good.
How's your week?
Not too bad. This week was work-wise was a little crazy-ish, but it's work.
How so?
Just
Mhm.
minute projects and certain additional things being added somewhat last minute. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Did you guys ever recover, Chris, from the whole office layoff?
Uh, to a degree, somewhat, but I think, seeing this past week, it's like, oh my goodness. Just getting some things last minute. There are certain projects they hold,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes I'm just like, you know what, just let us have them,
I didn't know if you ended up having to do like double work.
For me, not exactly. I don't feel like Holly and I are doing double work. But yeah, we're down the guy, but I think because they are holding certain projects, back sometimes, it doesn't feel like we're doing a double, except for like this week I saw 2 projects that, and one was like technically due Friday, and I think I saw it on Thursday, and I'm like, it's like don't hold them that long, you know. I feel like if I have them enough, I can balance it around and do what I need to do. But my boss is more of holding it, and
And then you one day to complete.
well, not exact. I think not exactly on that, but I think the aspect of there are certain projects he deems more important, so he wants us to focus on those, which I get. But at the same time, I'm like, well, technically, there are times when I could start another project and I'll be fine. It just when it gets to the last minute, I personally feel pressured because I'm looking at that, as a press for me to get it done, even though it's not my fault that I'm getting it like the day before. So, and certain projects are easy, so I'm like, okay, just I can do those, whip them out, and other projects do take some time. So, just find balance. I think my boss himself, that he has all the responsibility now. So for him, it's much harder to get things done and much harder to balance everything because now he's in charge of the entire department. So there's all these other meetings he has to go to now, people he has to communicate with compared to in the past. And I feel like the web person and our contact person, I think, also are 2 people that are probably doing a lot more and probably feel more stress than what we have in the past. And maybe the videographers, even though we're trying to let them know and just have them say no, we can't do certain projects. If it doesn't fit a particular requirement or need, then we're just like, it's just fluff. Don't worry about it. Which will help them not feel too crazy and have too many people pulling them at one time.
Yeah, I mean, it's as a production person, you kind of get used to that pressure, especially with companies, because you're usually the last person to know of things.
Yeah. Now this week is because technically tomorrow we have the day off, and then for me, I signed up to do a game convention. So Thursday and Friday I'm gone. Hopefully the weather is not going to knock us out and not be able to let us go. But yeah, I'm going to the game convention. So
Nice. Where's that
at? It's in Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
You should be fine. I think it's just going to be really, really cold. Yeah, and windy. Cold and
It wouldn't be too bad. But I have heard there is possibility. I've heard some people saying we might have snow.
Yeah, it's showing again for Wednesday for right here. So, and you're pretty close to us. So,
Yeah. So I'm kind of like a little nervous. Like,
yeah,
doesn't get too crazy where I can't drive or have somebody drive me up there. So
yeah.
we'll see.
I'm Felicity. Hi, Felicity. Hi.
Right.
I just got excited when I saw the TikTok shop was back.
Oh my goodness. That's okay. Y'all should see the video that I had to take my mom yesterday acting crazy because TikTok was down.
I was acting crazy too. I didn't know how to act. I was sitting in bed at like 1 o'clock in the morning. I looked at Hunter and I said, I'm so bored. What am I even supposed to do right now? Look at freaking Facebook reels?
Yeah.
It's not going to get banned.
But it came back. Except this morning, I was really getting mad because everybody else's TikTok was working and mine wasn't. And I was like, they're probably mad at me because I changed my phone and everything over to the UK last night trying to get into it.
Funny.
I literally did. I had a VPN. I changed my app store to the United Kingdom. I changed my actual phone.
That's what I yesterday. I was like, you can use a VPN and it'll, like, it's supposed to work.
And it did not.
No.
Oh.
I was so mad.
They probably set it up to detect and block VPNs too.
But I was like, so I need to get a United Kingdom phone number. That's it. I just need to move. I'm going to move now.
Well, I don't
But
think
it's
people
back.
have to worry about it. It sounds like they're getting it back.
Yeah.
There was a funny video that somebody was doing. I forget where. I don't know if somebody did it in Canada or where one of the other countries where it wasn't banned, where they pretended to be like different people from different countries talking about the United States as like the person that they could now talk about because they weren't on there. I don't know if you guys saw it, but
Yeah, I saw some. I don't know if it was the same video, but I saw videos like that.
yeah, I think they did it in Snapchat though because it looked like a Snapchat filter.
I was like, whatever, freaking haters.
Yeah. It was pretty funny though. I was like, oh, that's pretty good.
I kept seeing the people say that they can't pretend to cook, and I was like, yep, that's me. Because I get all my recipes from TikTok. All the good ones are on there.
Gotta save them offline.
I know. I need to start like writing them down, like so then I can remember all of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, then they were telling me to log into it, like, that I could still log in, like, on Safari or something to get all my data from it. But I was literally so scared to do it because I was like, if it does come back and I logged out of it on my app, all my 500 drafts are going to delete.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that actually. I don't know. I didn't really look at my account. I don't really have anything on it anyway, but I know I've heard a couple people say that they lost stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's back on Apple either because I know they removed it. You couldn't even download it on Apple anymore.
No, it's not back on the App Store or anything.
It probably will be. It's just going to take a little time.
Yeah, I mean, if Meta actually bought it over, then it's good. They're transferring everything. It's going to be a whole new thing if that's the case.
Well, me and Hunter literally just saw the CEO of TikTok. He usually has like that he's the CEO of TikTok in his bio, and it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
No. So they did a 14-hour break so they can change everything over, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's probably a whole new look.
What's up, Hunter?
Made it look
Hi.
they're being saved. What's up?
The way you said hi.
I like how when I just do something random, they know it's me.
Yeah, because you're dumb.
But
You can go with that one.
I just love my.
He was so funny at the doc. He had his appointment. Was that yesterday? Yeah, yesterday for his like medical evaluation to get Social Security. And we were in there, and he was talking like 100 miles an hour. I kept looking at him. I was like, breathe, breathe. And the doctor finally looked up. He's like, do you have some sort of hyperactivity disorder? And Hunter just looked at me. I was like, I freaking told you. And then when we left, he was like, the doctor was like, yeah, I'm going to do everything I can to approve you, but hopefully once you get approved, you can go see a psychologist about that ADHD problem. I was like, wow.
Hi, Sierra.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Good, how was your week?
It was nice.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I'm looking into like a combination rollator and electric wheelchair.
Okay.
So it's a process. Like I found one that's smaller, but I'm not sure if it's going to be like ergonomically fit my body when I sit down. Like I'm sure I can use it as a walker would be fine, but sitting down, I'm not really sure.
What about
I gotta see if I can try one out.
Hmm.
What do you have one of those, what is it, the lightweight, foldable wheelchairs now, or do you have a standard electric one?
I have a scooter, like one of those travel scooters.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
I was asking if you knew about the AirHawk.
No, I didn't.
That's what I have, and I love it.
Yeah, it's like the folding goes. It's
It's 40 pounds, and you can also still take the batteries out of the side, and it makes it even lighter. So it's really nice, and Mom can get it in and out of the car for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can you use it as a walker too? Like what I want to do, like say when we're at conference, use the wheelchair part of it for like long distance, and then like when I'm around the conference room space, being able to walk around.
You can flip the one over to manual.
Yeah, but it's too hard to put.
Yeah, it might be a little too hard.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's something similar to it that could definitely work.
Yeah. What is the company that you guys are going through?
Well, I found it through Mobility Equipment Recyclers.
Mm-hmm.
Is
That
that
was the one that fit me the best. So
Yeah.
Abby
It's,
tried out that one time, or do you have a
Yeah. Yeah, the AirHawk.
Yeah.
It's the blue wheelchair that I have. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, they actually, when we went to the Abilities Expo, they have one on the market now that's like, I think 30 pounds or less, something like that, maybe 28 pounds. I can't remember. But that one it's really expensive because of the weight of it.
yeah.
But I don't remember I don't think I saw one that had that ability except for that. The one that we saw at DuPont had, I can't remember the name. I can't remember the company name of that one, but it had a seat option and they went around your back. It wasn't where it would be in front of you.
Oh, okay.
I don't
I thought
recall the name of it. I'm trying to think. I don't remember what the name of it was.
I thought I posted a video of it, maybe on my Facebook.
I like the chair Misha had last year at conference.
Yeah.
My favorite.
That's the one she uses regularly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was showing me that one, talking to me about that one.
From my understanding, it's a little bit cheaper overseas to get those chairs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what she was saying.
So, I don't know. I know there's a lot on the market now, and I'm sure every year it changes.
Yeah.
Are you having to go through, like, insurance this year, or do you have to pay out of pocket for it?
I'm not going to bother going through insurance. I'm just going to pay out of pocket
Yeah.
for it.
Wait for them to deny you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just found
the mobility.
one.
What?
Oh, I just found one. It's called the Wheelator. Wheelator. It's only 35 pounds altogether. But it says it's
Sounds like a
the
bad guy from Transformers, but okay.
a 3-in-1. Has a power wheelchair conversion, a rollator conversion, and I don't know what the 3-in-1 is talking about, but
Probably can do either manual or power.
yeah, either manual or power is probably what it means. That's actually cool though. I'm gonna send it to you, Sierra.
Yeah, so they don't have them in stock where I was looking. So they said they can order it and I can try it out, and if I didn't like it, there would be a restocking fee.
Oh,
So
nice.
I just emailed them to see like how long if I'm interested, how long can I try it out, and how much would be the restocking fee?
I was gonna say, Sierra, are you anywhere close to, like, is it May that the Abilities Expo is gonna be in Jersey? I don't know how.
So yeah, they moved it from March. I know that. I think it's May though. Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you were to be able to get to an Abilities Expo, you're able to try stuff, like all of the devices out there. I think the Jersey one is just the closest to all of us here on the East Coast.
Does the Abilities Expo go to Boston?
I think it did go to Boston at one point.
Because I was gonna say that's probably closer than Jersey.
Yeah.
Let's see. It looks like they're going to New York Metro May 2nd to the 4th, Chicago June, Houston, Phoenix, Fort Lauderdale, and Dallas this year. Aside from the LA one.
Okay. Bummer.
I'd say so. Probably New York would be the closest for you, I guess.
I wish we could get all the vendors to come to our conference.
I know, we might
awesome.
try. Too bad we didn't have like a mobility trying out day.
Mm.
I know. Well, we've tried to get a bunch of those vendors to come, but because we're so small in attendance, it's not worth it for them to come. You know, especially if we're not in like a major city where they already have an office. So I think the biggest vendor showing we had was in Philly.
Yeah.
Because they had, and gosh, our Philly was like our 4th conference. But yeah, we ended up having a number of different wheelchair vendors there, but it's because they have the offices there.
Yeah.
So it's easy for them to just show up for a day, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I might try to see if we could find some in Norfolk. Maybe we could have a couple of different companies show up and hang out with us.
Right,
We'll
that
see.
sounds like an excuse.
That would be cool.
Sounds like an excuse not to want to join in talking about attendance because most of us use wheelchairs, we use power chairs, so we could just talk word of mouth amongst our own community about these products as well. So come on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's usually what we get hit with. Like that it's crazy how they set a budget and it's usually around September, October, of where they can go, what shows they're going to be at. And it's usually like a big corporate decision unless it's like a smaller mobility spot, like a local one. But yeah, it's difficult to get them to come. Like Obi doesn't even come to our conference anymore, which is sad because a lot of our AMCers use their product. So,
They came not to the last one, but the one before.
yeah. I'm hoping they'll come again. We'll see. We'll keep asking. That's all we could do.
Yeah, I know the reach out that I've done so far with a lot of the vendors, that are like Obi and all them, they have replied saying that they couldn't make it this year, but to keep them on the list, which is good. You know, I'm not getting flat out no's. A couple of them have said no, and a couple of them they just simply bounced back. So I'm just noting that in the system, and then next week or the next couple of weeks I'll start hitting them up. Trying to figure out who to contact for the ones that bounce back. But I know that like Obi has said, I believe they said they did reply saying just to keep us on the list, which is good. I know Angel Flight also said the same thing. Angel Flight West told us to keep us on the list, but they couldn't make it this year. But so they're aware of us. It's just a matter of pinpointing the right contacts within these companies.
Yeah. And probably making new ones aware of us. Probably hit ones that are like new, up and coming, you know.
Yeah, and Rini sent me the directory for Norfolk, which is a business directory, which I've been hitting up too as well. Some of the local businesses around there. Ani, I can send you that link as well, just in case you wanted to look at it, to go through and see if there's anybody else that you might see, which is good for just trying to get some of the local businesses in, even if it's just local pizza shops or anything. I mean, just get them involved in the event, just to let them know that, hey, we're coming, and we might have people that come through your restaurant or whatnot. Would you like to get involved? But so far it's been kind of slow going, but I'm still hitting the pavement with it, so we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your fingers.
Yeah, I mean, I do have a few people that have agreed, and I have some meetings lined up with them coming up in the next couple weeks, so we'll see. But yeah, I mean, it's a slow go, but we'll get there.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm not too worried.
Need help to going through that list, Ted?
I could send you what I have. I can pull in a list from the database if you want. And I'd be happy to send it to you.
Yeah, I'm all in to help out if I can. I mean,
Okay.
I don't mind talking.
Yeah, I'll have it. I can export it, and it has all the notes and everything, because I'm keeping it all organized in the database in one place. So I can export it, and you can tell me which ones you want to hit up, and I'll just note that in the system.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay.
Yeah, even if Ted does the initial touch on the company, and then maybe Rod, you could do the follow-up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So far, I've done the initial hits. I've sent out. I sent that out between Christmas and New Year's, because that week is usually slow, and you can usually get people's attention. And then I just sent out the follow-up emails this last week to everybody, and I've marked, like, in the system who's a yes, who's a no, and just kept the notes going. So I plan on hitting up all the yeses in the next couple weeks, just to follow up with them and try to get them locked in. Because I'd like to have some type of sponsorship and exhibitor posts at least going for when we launch, which is February 3rd. So we'll see.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we're trying to figure out the adaptive sports arm of it. We're gonna see about if what's possible, if we're gonna be able to get funding for it this year. Because it's about $11,000 to pull it off. Well, at least that's
what we did last year. Yeah.
Yeah. So if we can't, we might just do one round of an adaptive sports, or have an option of them just being on site. So we'll see. So it gives us another year and a half of fundraising, and then we'll work on it for the following year. So we'll see.
It's coming up quick.
It is, and it usually does. And it's like, here we are, it's almost February, and like, where did the time go?
Let's see. I think it's within. I know it's under 200 days now. Let's see. We are 161 days to June 30th.
Oh my God!
Wow.
And we are 169 days to the conference. So it's coming up.
Wow.
That's insane.
Yeah. It's coming up.
We'll get there.
Absolutely.
Oh man, you guys. So I got a speaker lined up for us. I'm just double checking with her schedule. She is an AMC mom that wrote a book. And so we're definitely gonna have a good episode with her. So, and I'm also looking forward to obviously hearing her story. And then we have her book listed on our website, and then I think Ted's got social posts lined up to go out at some point to help her promote it as well. And then let's see what else. Registration's coming up really soon, so we're behind the scenes working on that fun stuff for conference. And then of course, working on speakers and confirming them. So we're busy behind the scenes.
Yay.
But yeah, it'll be here before you know it. Which is craziness.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the Blue 8ers 3 hybrid powered.
Yeah. I shared what I was looking at in the link.
Cool. Okay.
Oh, that is cool.
So, my physical therapist sent me a YouTube video of demonstrating this, and they said the guy, he's like a mobility equipment seller, and he said that it's good for people who are mostly walking and only like use it for sitting down for like brief periods of time. So I have to like talk to my physical therapist or in the mobility equipment guy that's local to see, like, based on my lifestyle, if that would would fit, like what I need. Like, I don't want to hurt my back too.
Right.
Yeah. Wondering if that would work for Marty too, because he usually is utilizing his walker and then sits a lot. So that actually looks like a really cool device.
Yeah.
Low nature 3-in-1 hybrid. It's not too expensive. I was thinking it was going to be more than that.
No, it's not too bad.
I mean, it could be lower.
Exactly.
But they have payment plans too. Unit plans. Yeah. I definitely apply for the accessibility grant, Sierra. That's available.
Okay.
If you do happen to follow through and purchase it, I'll help you a little bit.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
I know, thank you. Well, I'm on the board, so I didn't know if it would like be okay to apply, you know?
No, I don't think you get. You know, don't work that way. Still,
Hey, we're still a part of the community, Sierra.
yes, exactly.
You're still an AMC'er.
I think it would be different, like if you were in a paid position, that might make it a little bit iffy, but I think you're good.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Now, this is just a friend getting a hookup from another friend.
Exactly, yeah, which we do that a lot in Rhode Island. You have to know a guy.
Right.
You know that. I think the only thing you do if they were to bring it to a vote, you would just have to abstain from voting.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think you are fine. Like Rod said, you're part of the community. You absolutely applied.
You just know the guy.
You just know a guy who knows the guy.
Yep.
I don't know nothing. I'm not gonna say a word.
Oh, you know something, Ted. We know you know something.
That's crazy. Oh, and it's like 70 something days before we start getting extra daylight time.
Yes.
My goodness. Yeah.
Thank goodness.
But
Seriously.
70 days is still a long time. 70 or 60.
I'm tired of it being dark all the time.
It'll be here before you know it. Then we'll be setting the clocks back once again. It all comes and goes so fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just looking forward to the more daylight. I'm going to enjoy that
Absolutely.
as much as possible.
Me too.
Mhm.
It's so depressing.
It is. I hate it.
First City House School. Is she on TikTok?
She just shook her head though.
No, she's messaging me behind the scenes, and I'm giving her advice and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
her school is stressing me out, so
I
that's the
literally-
status update.
Yes, because my teachers literally are horrible communicating, and you have to be a good communicator to do classes online. Like, if you're going to teach classes online, you need to be a good communicator. They don't communicate anything. They don't say what we're supposed to be doing. They pretty much just say, oh, watch this PowerPoint and this quiz is due. And you also have these 3 quizzes and homework modules due. But I'm not going to even tell you what you're supposed to be taking the notes about to learn about. So then yesterday, I only called Uncle Rod because there was a couple questions that I couldn't get on my homework that I was like, I'm just not understanding. And so then I called him and I was like, oh, well, actually, there's 3 other assignments that I know nothing about. I didn't learn anything about this, blah, blah, blah. So we were on the phone for like 2 hours.
Yeah, crazy.
And he was like, you know what? This is making me mad. It was so bad. It made no sense at all.
Like I said, I love math. I hate her math.
It was so bad. Like, I can do math when it involves numbers. But if you start putting all these weird signs and letters and the alphabet and freaking squiggly lines, no.
That part wasn't even the problem for me. It's the problem of they were asking more logical questions than actual math questions. Where you have to know the certain theory, and then on top of having to know the certain theory, then you have to apply it to this logical question when we all know 1 plus 1 equals 2. But they were asking stuff like, well, since we know 1 plus 1 equals 2, why does 1 plus 1 equal 2? And how did you come up to this conclusion that 1 plus 1 equals 2? And then, by the way, do you mind drawing out how 1 plus 1 equals 2?
Right, literally. I was like, but it was literally like they were giving me different answers, and then those answers weren't even an option.
Right.
So I just clicked the answer that was closest to them, and I was like, that's it. And then we ended up getting all 3 of them right.
Well, there you go.
By guessing.
I love how she said we ended up getting all 3 of them.
It was a great answer.
You're gonna get an extra degree, Uncle Rod.
Hey, I feel like I need one.
It was a group effort.
Just line it up.
I was so confident in myself too, because the first week I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be such easy math. I'm not gonna need help with this. Uncle Rod said he'll help me, but I shouldn't need help. This is easy. Second week, Uncle Rod, please help.
How the first week of school goes.
Yeah, I guess.
Always.
Right, it's just like when I learned the program. The very first assignment is Hello World. That's easy. Then the next assignment after Hello World was like, well, okay, since you know Hello World now let's go learn about loops. Let's go learn about this if statement. Oh, this while statement on behind it. And then we'll get back to the little Hello World part. But also, I want to throw in some integers on the side as well. So, yeah.
Now code the whole thing at once.
Yeah. And then my on-screen keyboard is not working with like that website that I have to do my schoolwork on. And it's not even like, even Uncle Rod, he asked me if it was like a keyboard that I downloaded, but it's literally just the one that is already on the computer. So I was getting so mad because I had to keep calling Hunter. I had to keep calling Hunter out here and asking him to type in these answers. And like, they were not just like 2-3 digit answers. They were like 4 digits, but like a comma between like 7 different sets of 4 digits. And I was like, it was making me so mad because if I want to use my mouse, like what I pretty much primarily need to use, I can't scoot my laptop closer to me because I need the mouse pad for my mouse, but then I can't reach the keyboard to start typing the answers in. I'm like, what am I even supposed to do?
I meant to bring this up to you. I have a copy of Dragon Naturally Speaking somewhere. I can probably mail it to you if you want that to try to download it on your computer.
I don't know if Dragon will run on a Chromebook.
Okay, so
I don't know nothing.
it says
Does your Chromebook have built-in voice recognition?
Mm-hmm.
Have you tried that?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't work with that either.
Made me so mad. And
Yeah.
even if I was gonna do voice recognition, I don't know what I would say for all like
Yeah,
the stupid
it's-
symbols that I want.
Mm-hmm.
Like the little squiggly parentheses. What are those even called?
Probably not
Braces.
squiggly parentheses.
Braces.
Braces.
Yeah,
No, the braces.
they're braces.
And then the
Brackets are the
brackets
straight, are the square ones.
But like,
Mhm.
yeah, I need that.
But yeah, like with now, if you had a Windows PC with Dragon, you could program shortcuts so you can call it whatever you want, and it'll type what you wanted.
I wonder if they have Dragon for Mac.
I have a Chromebook.
It's a Chromebook.
Oh,
It says to
I think they might.
right
No,
it
let me
says
go look. Let's go when they brought it up.
I don't know nothing about nothing. I just sit here.
fish sticks hat.
I don't know
I'll set it
nothing.
for like 4.5 minutes and flip them and
I was literally asking Hunter how to use my computer the other day because I don't. Technology's not for me. I can use my phone. I can show an old person how to use their phone, but that's what you're getting out of me.
so like it's mostly mayonnaise, so put that in first, and then
just leave it as hanging. And then
Oh, well, I just did a search. It says Dragon Naturally Speaking for Chromebooks can be used with the Dragon web extension or the Dragon Anywhere app. So,
okay.
oh yeah, I forgot about Dragon Anywhere.
That's how it can be used with the extension too.
Yeah, through a web browser, that's probably a good way to do it.
mhm.
I want to get a new laptop eventually.
Because
But,
then it won't matter what machine you're on.
Exactly.
right. But yeah, no, that was so bad.
How much is left in the
I was like, I regret everything right now. I'm glad I choose math as my first class to take. I really just want to get it out
Knock
of
it
the
out.
way.
That's why. You can knock it out. Get it done with.
That's exactly what I wanted to do. I just wanted to get it out of the way.
Yep.
That's how it was with physics. Let me just go ahead and get done. Let me know how smart I'm not, and then I'll move on.
Exactly.
I cannot stand math.
Especially the new math or whatever it is today.
Yeah, like what happened to just like
that.
dividing numbers the long division way?
Not anymore.
They want to modernize. They wanted to modernize that for what reason? I have no idea, and I'm glad I'm not involved in that. In what shape or form? Sorry for listening.
I've seen some of it, and I'm like, I don't understand this. It would be just as bad. I mean, I was horrible with word math problems, let alone what these are. These are like whole stories behind it. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
cut to the chase. Just give me the parts that I need, not all this gibberish.
I don't know.
When I was
You gotta know about Susan's bad day at the hairdresser.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't need to know how many times you walk the ball.
It's like reading a recipe on someone's blog. They have to tell you the whole story about how they.
Oh my God.
What do I need to do?
Yeah, exactly.
When I was in Florida, I was tutoring this little girl. She was in like 3rd grade. And she just had a big family, so her parents just really didn't have time to like one-on-one study with all of them. So they hired me as her tutor, and she struggled a lot in math. And it was such simple math, but the way that they want them to do it is so strange. I'm like, they want you to do like 12 times 7. Instead of doing the 7 times the 2 and then the carrying the number and then the 7 times 1 and adding that number, like basic multiplication, they want you to like draw out blocks and then they want you to do it only in increments of 10s and then add this many blocks and then subtract this many blocks. I'm like, Why are they not just doing multiplication?
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird.
That's what I mean. It's a whole story now.
Yeah, I was like, I finally told her, I was like, do you want me to teach you this way, or do you want me to show you the very easy way to do this? And she was like, well, is there an easier way? I'm like, yes, honey, there is a lot easier way. Let me show you real quick. And by the next day, I had her knowing how to do multiplication.
It's not like my brother.
And I was like, and if your teacher gives you a problem, I wrote down my number and said, have her call me. I was so mad. What? Her grade went from a D to an A,
The
so.
right answer.
Hey, I go straight to the schoolhouse rock form of multiplication and division. So
Explain to me how.
Yeah.
As long as they don't ask her to later on to do it the way explain how they wanted you to do it, you're all right. Because that's what you're that would be my luck. I would do it the way I would know, and then later on they'd be like, "So, can you explain this process?" I'd be like, "Not the way you do it."
Bullshit.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why they have to do it a different way, and they could get in trouble if they don't do it that way, when it's just so much
Oh, I can't wait. For
more logical to do it
400 degrees.
normally. Yeah, if you're trying to multiply, if you want to buy 5 of these things and you're trying to multiply, what are you going to do? Pull your blocks out of your freaking pocket?
right.
No, you need to know how to freaking multiply normally.
It's set to 400.
Speaking of blocks, I remember taking the standardized evaluation test in elementary school, in which you had the blocks. You had to count the blocks or whatever, or subtract the blocks, and then write your answer. Fill in the little bubble, the correct answer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't remember much of my math days, but I know I sucked at it.
How many am I making?
I did too.
But I do know that today's math I can't pull off at all.
I was surprisingly good at algebra for some reason. That made sense.
See, I can do algebra, I cannot do geometry.
Mm-hmm.
Geometry was horrible, but algebra made sense.
I can't do geometry, but I can't do algebra.
Mercedes said I can't do one.
Yeah, algebra and logic made sense to me. I mean, I can't do it today, but back then it was understandable. It was easy to understand. Geometry and trigonometry and no thanks.
Yeah, that's when you lost me. When I went to trig, I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna skip this."
When I went to algebra 2, I was done.
Yeah.
I could do
it was
algebra
just
1.
starting for me. That's when it was just starting.
Rod, we can't all be smart like you.
Hey, listen. Like I told you, your math is more statistics type of math. I hate that math. The algebra, the pre-cal, the trig, calculus. Please give that to me all day. I don't mind taking derivatives. I don't mind. I don't mind looking at this function, trying to tell you the limits of this function. I can do it all day long. That is what my minor was. I could do it with my eyes closed.
Well, it's more along the lines of coding. That's why.
Yeah, exactly.
Made sense. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So if you do a certain thing, you're going to get a certain result every time. So it's like once you saw the pattern, it was like, oh, okay, I got this.
Exactly.
Oh, and one of the questions yesterday, you literally had to read it literal. You had to take it literal. And it said, it was a true or false question. 8 is an odd number, or 8 is an even number. And I was like, false, because 8's not an odd number. I was like, it was wrong, because I had to read it literal. It is an odd number, or it is an even.
They put or in there.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, this is so dumb. This is so dumb. Obviously, I know 8 is an even freaking number. Why ask me this? Please stop.
And see, those were the type of questions where you just literally have to read word for word and really pay attention to what they are saying, like the or, and, or none. You have to really like just pay attention to those words. Which again, programmer me, I saw that from the jump, and I was like, no, this is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, not me. I'm not good at that.
Writing if-and statements in math.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what that is.
Exactly.
I took a couple of programming classes in Visual Basic, and I can make things disappear and reappear because it was just like a bunch of if-then true or false statements. But
Right.
like when it comes to like moving stuff across the screen, I didn't get that because I know like the screen has pixels, but because I couldn't really see what the exact point on the screen, it was like abstract, too abstract for me. I'm like, yeah, I can't do this.
That was me in my programming classes. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. Good old days of programming. I got a question for you guys. I'm trying to figure out our ever-changing social media algorithms. And I'm curious to know because for me, like when I scroll Facebook, for example, the only thing I'm seeing is like ads and stuff. Are you guys getting the same thing?
Yep.
Like on your pages? Like I don't even see you guys update things like on your own unless like somebody else on your friends interacts with it. And then I might see it, but it's like a 6-day-old post.
Which is why I've always stressed a comment engagement. Because they bumped the advertisement marketing on all these socials so high now that you just get bombarded with ads. The only way that I've gotten around it on mine is I just start blocking the accounts of the ads.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Yeah.
And it's worked.
Oh, wow.
Literally just blocking them. Like I'm not deleting them or removing them. I'm just blocking them. So
and I'll get like crazy like news stations that I don't even live anywhere near.
No, me too.
Report like I don't even know, and I'm like I'm not even in your market. I don't need to know your weather or your traffic. You know what I mean? Like, send me something that's in my neck of the woods, but nothing. And it's mostly like, which I do subscribe to a couple of like I guess websites that do like memes and stuff. But if you were subscribed to one, you're subscribed to all of them apparently.
Yep.
They're mass using the list.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get suggestions for pages.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't even know why I'm getting like currently have a Fender guitar ad. You know, I get a lot of stuff from like obviously women's items, but like right now I have one for discreet underwear, but I'm like that's not even my age yet. I don't think I need that yet.
They're just preparing you for the future.
They're preparing me in a way too far in advance for Depends.
This conversation just got really interesting. All right.
It's not like discreet underwear. It's basically diapers for adults. They're just trying to rename it to make you feel better, I guess. But yeah.
Or if you click on an ad that you're interested in and you leave the website, then all of a sudden you get ads for similar products.
So I also think it has a lot to do with like the Alexas and this series and all these different things that are listening to us. They're hearing us say certain things and look at everything's being followed of what you're looking at online. So even if you mention something, it's going to pick up on those algorithms and it's going to pick up on those keywords and those key phrases, which is why keywords and metadata and all that stuff is so important. But it picks up on that stuff and it goes, oh, you're interested in this. Here you go. It may not even be like what you're involved in, what you like, but you at one certain point had mentioned it or had briefly clicked on a link somewhere and looked at it, and they're going to say, oh, you want more of this. That's pretty much how it's working.
Yep, that's how it goes. Every time you do a search for something, you click on that link. As soon as you go back to your social media, it's going to be right there.
Right. And the first thing you should do when that happens is you should click on that next ad or group or whatever it is and just delete them, just block them. Because then it'll stop the feed and because then it tells the algorithm, oh, this isn't what you really wanted. And it stops presenting those things with it because it's happened so many times. And that's the only way I've seen results with it. I mean, for now, until, they actually watch this and then they go, oh, they figured it out and they'll figure another way to break through to it. It changes every 3 to 6 months anyway. So it doesn't, it's an ongoing game of what works and what doesn't. But those keywords and those meta phrases, it's so important. Oh, what time is it? 5:57.
No. My bad. I
Okay.
really tried.
Marking when to beep.
Beep.
Add a little beep.
Yep.
Or a funny sound like a.
almost dropped my phone. And then I freaking bent my finger. That hurt so bad.
But
Not good, not good. Oh man. All right, my friends, we're going to head out and resume on the 26th of January. Ted and I have back-to-back meetings today, so we've got to prep for the next one, unfortunately. You could tell when it's conference time, when there's multiple meetings in a day.
on a Sunday.
On a Sunday, yeah, that's
On a Sunday.
Sunday.
It is the only time the loons can meet, so unfortunately. Fortunately, but unfortunately, they all work regular.
Oh, there she is.
I know. Easy. There's a lot of business going on over here.
No, I get it. My fraternity meets on the first Sunday of every month, so hey, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go to that meeting, but whatever. Sorry, Kappa. If any Kappas are listening, sorry.
Do we need to beat you out, Uncle Rod?
Hey, I paid. Now you don't have to beat me out because I paid my dues. So.
Nice.
Alrighty, guys. I'll let you guys know if we end up having a special guest for next week. And then hopefully we'll have more of our regulars show up. I guess we need to send out reminders.
More than an hour before it probably would have helped. Yes.
Maybe so.
I think they need some help. I'm just saying. I don't know.
I know. I really wanted to ask Sherry about her, like the chicken drama, because I think there's like some sort of avian flu going on in Georgia.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
The chicken wing drama. I know. There's going to be a chicken wing shortage.
Oh no.
This is definitely the wrong time for it. I mean, playoff time. So
Everybody's doing the takeout buffets.
Crazy. All right, you guys. I'll see you next Sunday for Together Tuesdays.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.